Hey guys, my name is Attitude. I'm the creator of the Dota Difference series. I will be putting a brand new episode here on Holy Hexer's channel on the last Friday of every month. Until then, here's a recap of one difference from every hero that's been done so far. You can find the full videos for each hero over on my channel, Proves Reviews. In Dota 1, you can proc Lincolns with a headshot. There's quite a few spells that activate Lincolns when they shouldn't. In Dota 2, this is fixed, and you can no longer use headshot to trigger Lincolns. With True Form, you can dodge almost every stun in Dota 1, although be aware that you only dodge the stun effect of the spell, not the damage. This is different, however, in Dota 2, where you dodged both the damage and the stun. While dodging the damage is awesome, the spell selection is much smaller in Dota 2, and Dota 1 offers a lot more possibilities.
It shall be done.
If you try to get an orb effect on Luna in Dota 1, other than lifesteal, it will completely remove her attack. In Dota 2, orb effects, now known as unique attack modifiers, do in fact work on Luna. Blade Mail has a 3000 damage cap. In Dota 1, Culling Blade deals 1,000,000 damage if it's a killing blow. Therefore, Blade Mail cannot return Culling Blade damage back to Axe if the enemy is below the kill threshold. In Dota 2, Culling Blade's killing blow only deals damage based on the hero's remaining HP at the time. Since it doesn't do millions of damage, it's below that 3000 damage cap of Blade Mail, and so it will return the damage. You cannot walk under units that are torrented in Dota 1. Even though units are visually in the air, they are still blocking the path. But in Dota 2, you can actually use Torrent to pass under units that are affected by it. This is especially helpful if you're trapped. In Dota 1, Pugna can use specific orb effects like Maelstrom or Desolator to attack units while they are decrepified. This is limited only to Pugna, since he actually has a secondary hidden magical attack, which gets enabled when he carries these orb effects. This was something that couldn't be fixed with the Warcraft 3 engine. So now, in Dota 2, this has been intentionally changed, and Pugna can no longer attack decrepified heroes with an orb. In Dota 1, if you have Voodoo Restoration active when you get doomed, it gets deactivated. Therefore, it will not heal HP or drain mana while you're doomed. In Dota 2, Voodoo Restoration will actually remain active during Doom, effectively combating the damage done by Doom. There's certain spells in Dota 1 that reveal Riki when they're used on him. These include Hex, Silence, Void's Chronosphere, Enigma's Black Hole, Lion's Impel, Kunkka's Torrent, and Sand King's Burrow Strike. You might also have noticed that Riki is visible for the duration of each spell, and still afterwards while he begins to fade, which in this video is 3 seconds since it's level 1. In Dota 2, it's a little different. Hex will reveal Riki, but only for the duration of it. There is no fade time afterward. He immediately goes invis. This is also the same for Silence, Black Hole, and Chrono. Reveals, but no fade time. In Dota 2, Impel, Torrent, and Burrow Strike won't even reveal Riki at all. A hero has to take at least 38 damage from Batrider in order for Sticky Napalm to activate. In Dota 1, this is programmed correctly. Bat didn't deal over 38 damage, so Napalm did not activate. This should be the same in Dota 2, however, it's a bit buggy. 10 stacks of this level 1 Sticky Napalm does in fact activate via Batrider's attack, even though he isn't dealing over 38 damage. By the trigger rules, Napalm shouldn't deal damage in this scenario. In Dota 1, when Pudge hooks you, you're only stunned for about 0.1 seconds when the hook connects. After that, you're free to cast spells, attack, and use items while you're being dragged. This allows you to disable Pudge before you get to him, so that he can't dismember you. In Dota 2, you're actually stunned throughout the whole duration of hook. So once that hook connects, you can no longer attack, use spells, or items. This makes disablers a lot more prone to getting killed by Pudge. Pudge sometimes hooks units that are too close behind him in Dota 1. This is because of the location at which hook starts at. Even units that are too close to the side of Pudge are also at risk of getting hooked. It's always frustrating as Pudge when your allies are following you and you end up hooking them on accident even though they're behind you. The starting position of hook is different in Dota 2. It's about 60 units further in front of Pudge, so all those frustrating instances of hooking your ally from behind are over. Units can even stand 0 units behind Pudge and not be at risk for getting hooked. Fatal Bonds prioritizes heroes in Dota 1. No matter how many creeps are around, if a hero is within the Fatal Bonds range, then it will definitely be targeted. In Dota 2, the unit search for Fatal Bonds is random, and heroes are not prioritized. In Dota 1, all of the neutral creeps are asleep at night, except for the golems. This aspect allows you to juke into neutral camps without aggravating the creeps. In Dota 2, none of the neutrals sleep at night, so utilizing the camps for jungle jukes is much riskier. In Dota 1, the neutral faction does not share vision with the Sentinel or the Scourge, meaning that they cannot see an invisible hero even if there's detection from the other side nearby, like sentries or a gem. However, in Dota 2, the neutral faction actually does share vision with both the Radiant and the Dire. If an invisible enemy hero is amped, tracked, revealed with dust, sentries, a gem, and so on, then the neutral creeps will also be able to see and attack that hero even though he's invis. In Dota 1, an enemy can use Yules on itself during Juggernaut's Omni Slash to stop its remaining slashes from happening. In Dota 2, Yules won't stop Omni Slash. Although the enemy won't take any damage during the Cyclone, it will when the duration is over, if Omni Slash hasn't finished. In Dota 1, if you use any items during Charge of Darkness, then the spell is immediately cancelled. In Dota 2, Spirit Breaker is actually able to use certain items during Charge. Mask of Madness, BKB, and Shadow Blade, to name a few. Even Boots of Travel can be used if you double tap it. There's a link in the description to the full list. While on the topic of transformation dodges in Dota 1, using Chemical Rage will not disjoint projectile damage, only the stun. This includes spell projectiles and ranged attacks. In Dota 2, you can use Chemical Rage to disjoint projectiles entirely. No damage, no stun. Additionally, all ranged attacks made during a transformation will be dismissed as well. In Dota 1, Leshrak's turn rate is 0.4. A turn rate of 0.4 translates to that unit being able to turn 0.4 radians every 0.03 seconds. This means Leshrak can turn 180 degrees 4.2 times a second. In Dota 2, Leshrak's turn rate is 0.5, which means he can turn 5.3 times a second. That's a 22% difference in turn rate in favor of Dota 2's Leshrak.